Hey there, my name is Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate, and here's your March 2021 real estate market update for Airdrie. Now we got a bit to go over this month. It's been crazy busy in the market, but before we do that, if you could just scroll down, give this video a quick like, I would really appreciate that. Helps me get this video out in front of other homeowners in our city so that they can also know how the market is doing right now in Airdrie. All right, well, let's just jump right into it. So our year-over-year sales from this March to last March are up 93% since last March, which is not all that surprising considering what was going on last March. Not a lot of people were out shopping for houses, so we did expect to see a pretty large increase to this March. What is big news is the amount of sales that we had. We had 239 sales in the month of March in Airdrie, which is our best month of sales ever in the city. We've never had more sales than that. Even in our last peak market, in peak season, we've never seen more than 239 sales. So that becomes our new top record for sales in a single month. And with March also being the end of our first quarter of 2021, we also had our best ever first quarter sales for Airdrie with 504 sales in the first 3 months of the year. That is fantastic to see. Just a huge amount of activity happening out there right now. As far as inventory goes, our months of supply right now is getting closer and closer to just that 1 month mark. We're down to just 1.28 months at the start of April for inventory, which is such a huge decrease from what it was just a couple years ago. And with all these record-breaking numbers going on right now, would you believe me if I said that so far right now in April, we're set to beat those March numbers? So we're on pace now for a new record-setting sales month here in April. So we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the month. But for now, we're definitely on track to be beating that 239 sales number for April. Well, we know for March and for the first quarter here in Airdrie, real estate has been moving very quickly, which is also the case for most areas in North America right now, with prices skyrocketing in a lot of places and definitely going up here as well. For March, we actually saw 30% of sold listings be sold at or above list price, and I can tell you right now, about midway through April, we're currently at about 37% that are selling either at or above list price. So things are just continuing to heat up month after month here in Airdrie. Now with the market the way that it's been, you might have thought this would have come a bit earlier, but March was actually the first month that we've seen all 4 property types see year-over-year increases in prices over last year. So finally, it's the row homes that were lagging behind. They're finally seeing a year-over-year price increase of 1.3%. Now that's year over year. They have been seeing a month-to-month increase for the past 6-7 months to the tune of about 5 to 6% total, but we do finally see that year-over-year positive number for their price increase. And now on the topic of prices, which I'm sure you guys all want to know about, we'll go into the other property types as well. So we'll start with detached homes. Detached homes are now up 8.6% year over year. Semi-detached is up 7% year over year. Apartments are up 5.4%. And of course, townhomes, as we just said, are up 1.3% year over year. And townhomes actually saw the best sale to new listing ratio of all the styles for March. So we're seeing a lot of those townhomes that are getting listed actually get sold fairly quickly, which is really good to see in that style. Now, one thing to note for detached homes, which is the most common type of home here in Airdrie, is that our benchmark price is up 8.6% year over year, but we're actually back to being right in line with our prices at our last peak market in 2014. So our very top peak benchmark price for a detached home in 2014 was $395,500. Well, in March, we hit $395,100 for a detached benchmark price. So we're basically right back in line with our last seller's market, and at the moment things are still going up, so we're likely going to see that bump up above our 2014 market as we get into April. Now as far as inventory goes, we definitely have a lot less than we had a couple of years ago. It's about cut in half from where it was, but we still aren't at record low inventories that we saw in 2013 and 2014. So we'll see where inventory goes from here. I know right now in April, our inventory is just slightly lower than it was at the end of March. So these stats that we have right now. So it looks like things might be still going down for inventory, but we'll see where we end up at the end of April. All right, well, now for mortgage news. So as far as our interest rates go on mortgages, we did see that jump about a month and a half ago at this point. Things have held fairly steady since then, but it sounds like we might be looking at some more increases in the short term here. So just something to keep in mind if you're looking to buy is we have very low rates right now. They may end up going up slightly as our housing market's been so crazy. It makes sense that interest rates might go up a bit from here. So my advice to sellers this month is largely the same as it was last month, and that is if you are thinking about selling or if you had previously held off selling due to prices, now might be the time to start thinking about that again, especially if you're in a detached home, knowing that our prices are right back up to where they were in our last peak market. So if you've been looking at making that move and being able to pull that equity out of your home, now definitely might be the time. And my advice to buyers also stays the same this month, and that is if you are looking to buy in the short term here, get to your mortgage broker, lock in an interest rate so that you know you're going to get that current low rate and you're safe even if interest rates do go up in the next month or two. And once you have that rate locked in, you can just wait for that right house to come up and be able to jump on it as soon as it does come up. Well, that about does it for this month. If you have any questions at all regarding real estate or Airdrie or buying or selling, absolutely reach out. All of my information is below. Again, please like and comment and subscribe to this video and to my channel. It helps me get these videos in front of other homeowners in Airdrie or other people who are considering Airdrie as a place to live. Or if you're currently living in Airdrie and you'd like to receive my monthly market update by email that includes some of the sold data in your specific neighborhood on it, so you can see that month after month and stay up to the market that way, be sure to let me know. I'd be more than happy to set you up on that report. I have them for every single neighborhood in Airdrie as well as some of the communities around Airdrie. But that's it for now. Again, my name is Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate. Have a fantastic April, and we'll see you next month.